my first
welcome back. This
update
is my
for
first
my Panda palette.
update
I am
for
planning
my Panda
5
palette.
palettes.
I am planning
3 were from last year. I added 2 more. 3 were from last year. I added 2 more.
by the end of
Hoping I
2016.
can finish those 5
Have an
palettes
intro
by the end
showing
of
you
2016.
and explaining
Have an
each
intro
palette.
showing
This
you
is the first month's
explaining
update.
each palette.
Happy and excited to share with you.
So let's
I'm
dive
happy
in
and excited
to
to share
the very
with you.
first
So let's
palette.
dive in
to the very first palette. The first palette that we're going to talk about is my only face palette, and that is my Beige Cosmetics Forever Nude Sculpt and Glow in light medium. Whew, that was a mouthful. Now, I decided to put this face palette in because I used it most of last year. I just could not put it down. And I hit pan on 2 items at the end of 2015, and I said, you know what? I can use that. I should use it for 2016 and just work and finish it all together. I'm happy to see after the first month, January month end, I was able to finish 1 item. So kudos, I'm happy. This was the contour color. Now I'm using the bronzer as a contour, and to warm up my foundation. I did get tan. Over the last couple of days, we went to the beach. I get tan very easy, even if I kill SPF. But I think SPF doesn't help you tan, it just protects your skin. Anywho's, I also had good pan on this yellow powder which I used to for under eyes, and I love to set my concealer, but recently I've not been using too much like a heavy concealer, which I should because I have bags and it's dark. I need to color correct and all that, but sometimes for everyday I don't do that. But I usually set this still on the eyes when even if I use foundation. Then I double up my foundation as concealer. So I repressed it, and this is where I'm at in it. So I'm thinking by the end of February I should have completed 2 items in this palette. The blush I'm now starting to use, so there's not really a dent or anything like that. The bronzer has a little dip, not a dent in it. And highlighter, I'm now using it. I was using a bunch of other highlighters, and for the month of January I used an eyeshadow as a highlighter to finish it up. So now I'm using this as the highlighter. I am wearing it. It can be like really bold, and you can get it really subtle. I have it in my inner tear ducts, and you can see how bold and popping it can get. I just wet my brush to get this effect. You want to use also a stiffer dense brush if you want it to pack on more, but I use a fluffy brush because of my large pores. I don't want to kill the highlighting. So this is my first palette. It's my face palette, only face palette, but I'm very pleased with the progress. Second palette I'm extremely pleased with is my Wet n Wild Comfort Zone palette, and I hit pan on this shadow. It's a cream shadow. Was my highlighting shadow. I did use it on my face, my lid. It just worked, and so I finished it. What I'm really excited about was this dual chrome color. I never thought that I would have been able. I told myself half the pan and I would have been good to go. However, I've made amazing progress. I do use it with this brown together for a crease color when I wear this color, and it looks beautiful. So I think that by the time that this brown finishes, that this color is going to finish too. So I'm like so elated about that. I'm not focusing at all on this color because it's so dark, and I don't really use all these dark colors as my crease color. I hardly do smoky eyes. I do plan to do 1 or 2, so it will have a little dip in it, but as much it will have. And I'm hoping by the end of February that these 2 can be finished. If not, they should be very, very close to finishing. I'm really happy about this palette. Next we have my Urban Decay Deluxe Shadow Box. The 8 shadows are in here. I already had hit pan on this one starting 2016. This was almost finished. I've been working on it. I did use it as my crease color, very light wash of color. And so of course I should be finished with it by the end of February 2016, and I'm hoping to at least make this down to about half so that I can finish it in March and put a dent on maybe the blue or the green colors. I wouldn't touch these neutral colors as I'm working on the colors in my comfort zone. Once I finish with those, then I'm going to jump to these neutral colors and kill them. So that's my focus, where I'm at with this. I'm okay with the progress just because my focus really and truly was not on this, but to finish my comfort zone and just get that out of the way. Then my 4th palette happens to be a palette that I threw in this year, and it's the It Cosmetics Naturally Pretty palette. It's a matte palette, and I needed to cut matte colors for transition. at the end of January 2016, I did finish this color called Warmth. It was, I used these colors as transitions. Have not used these in the crease, but as soon as I'm finished with some of the other colors that I plan to, and I will show you, because I have one more crease color in my last palette. When the brown from Comfort Zone is finished and that brown is finished, then I'm focused on these browns. So I'm just trying to get last year's palettes more or less out, but I am definitely using this palette for transition. So I have hit pan on Soft Light, and that's the current color that I'm using for transition. And when I'm finished, I'm actually going to go over to Love, and from Love maybe to Soulful, and that's how I'm going to go with these. I do use sometimes Sheer Joy, which is like a nice cream color, as my brow bone color, especially when I use a lot of shimmers on my lid, and it's beautiful and nice. So I'm happy where I'm at. If I can at least finish one eyeshadow every month, or at least hit considerable pan to almost finish on certain months, because February is only 29 days, whereas the others are 31. I mean 2 days less. But I am still very pleased with this progress. Don't think I'm going to finish it to the end of February, but I know that I would have had major pan on it. So this is I'm happy with. And the last part I did not touch at all because my focus is a Comfort Zone. This is the MUA Undress Me 2 palette, and it's exactly as it was last month. And this is the other crease color I'm telling you about. I'm not focusing on this black because I know that I'm not going to be, you know, using that black per se. But if I need to do a smoky eye, I will touch it if I don't have any other dark colors around. So this is exactly as it is until my Comfort Zone is finished. Once it is, I'm definitely going to start focusing on maybe, you know, starting from on top here using this color, or maybe the one that has already hit pan on, which is this. I will work on this as highlighter once I start using it up, using this pan, and I'm sure that's definitely going to finish. So this I haven't touched it, but I'm not afraid because I know somewhere by the end of March into April my Comfort Zone will be finished, and then I will give this all the love. So that is it for my 5 palettes. I am very pleased, I must say. I have not got, like, you know, you get bored, you feel the monotony is overwhelming. I haven't got that as yet. We're just into the beginning of February. So I'm hoping that I don't kill myself. I do have a couple pigments that I want to also finish, which is what I have on my lid here. I'm trying to incorporate them within these eyeshadows. I do think that somewhere along in February I will pull one of my Morph palettes or some other palettes that I just want to use, get some, you know, give it some attention to something else, and then come back to these. But so far for the year, I'm pumped, I'm psyched, and I'm really happy with my progress. If you are doing this challenge, let me know how you're going. I have been just watching a number of your videos, for those of you who do videos, and it's definitely motivational. So kudos to you guys who are doing it. I'm very proud of you guys. You motivate me to the max because I just watch your videos. I try to comment on some, but I just sometimes save them and then watch them in my free time. Congrats to everyone for last month's progress, and let's keep working hard to finish these palettes. So until my March update, thank you guys for watching.